You ready for a banger, City?
Yes.
I bought my Mamma Mia.
Fucking Mamma Mia.
I bought my 13-year-old daughter a vibrator, and I think you should do the same. And this girl had she had a fucking TEDx talk about how you should buy your daughter a vibrator.
Whatever happened to just figuring it out?
No. You didn't watch the TED talk and get inspired?
I did not.
In a TEDx talk entitled "Why I Gave My Teenage Daughter a Vibrator," and you should too. That is one of those things where you can see why people are like, arrest her.
Yes.
It's one thing if you want to be a fucking weirdo with your own daughter, but like, you're going to do a TEDx talk and tell me? And she goes, I released earlier this month. Dr. Robin Buckley. So this is a doctor, by the way.
Yeah, but it's like, this isn't even like
prescription.
birds and the bees where you go to like, hey, just so you know, like, whatever, this is how it works. And like, you can impregnate a person or get impregnated and there's real consequences. This is just like, hey, here's a dude going to his son being like, you don't want to do the overhand grip because that's not really ideal. You want to just grab it firm. You know, like, what the fuck? It's
yeah, well, she said that. She goes, one of the reasons is we need to talk about teenagers having sex and societal double standards, especially with our girls. And it'd be like, no, this double standard goes the other way. It's actually like this you can do a TED talk about. I don't think any guy could ever do a TED talk and be like, why I've been giving my son auto blows.
Yeah, or like the dad goes, yeah, give him a bottle of lotion and some tissues and be like, give her, kid.
Yeah, that's more of a stepdad thing to do. No, yeah. Dudes have to work for it. You remember what it's like growing up. If you want to get to the fucking stepdad's Playboy collection, you need to legitimately go on a mission. Boom, 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 doo-doo. Boom, 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 boom. You're crawling through the backyard with the grass on your head and camo paint.
Did you ever find Playboys in the woods?
You got a timer. You know he's gonna be back in his. I can't remember.
I never found.
I feel like everybody
talks about it.
Yeah, I've heard so many Playboy in the woods stories that I'm like, did I?
No, I never did.
We had one friend that had a shed full of Playboys, and we used to go and fucking have our way with them.
My dad had like one collector's edition for like the 80s or something.
Did you fucking get...
Probably still has it.
Yeah? Did you ever do it together?
Yeah. He was showing me. My dad is a pioneer of he just goes, this is how you do it, son.
This is what your dad does. He goes, hey, Danny, look at your Playboy. He goes, see those tits? Do you know how much money you can make by showing people those?
Do you know the revenues that Playboy Inc. makes per year off of this magazine?
Yeah,
and they go... Oh.
That's what he goes. Do you know how much he shows you an advertisement in the magazine? He goes, "What are you showing me?" He goes, "See this advertisement for watches and Playboy? They made 20 grand off that."
You know what the gross margin on this fucking on the magazine business is? I'm like, oh,
Dad, what is this feeling I'm feeling?
You're a man now, son.
He does that at your bar mitzvah. He goes, son, you're a man now. I need to show you something. You ever heard of a Playboy? Okay. Well, you're their financial documents.
It's the Playboy on the outside. It's just their financials.
You're a man now, son.
I
need to show you something.
He goes, where's all the naked girls? He goes, son, this is better than naked girls.
No,
this is an income statement.
He comes in with the VHS and he's like, son, take a look at this. Big booty sluts 5. You go, what is that? You go, this is the future. Like the VHSs weren't popping yet.
Yeah.
He's just showing you the new technology. Someone's gonna be making a lot of money on these.
Oh yeah, they will.
Is it gonna be you?
It wasn't.
And they said 50% of girls, which is interesting. They go 57% of girls and 84% of boys between the ages of 14 and 18 have watched pornography, and 26% of dudes are lying.
Yeah, no shit.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. At this point, like It's not even hard now. Now it's there.
She's a cognitive behavioral coach. That's the worst though too. It's like you know, because I'm sure she lives in some major city, and then everyone in major cities sends their kids to therapy now or whatever, and you get to therapy, and then you're like, what'd you learn in therapy? And you're like, how to fucking flick the bean,
how to masturbate.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, this is a bit, I'm just saying it's a bit much.
Yeah. Again, that's what the internet
She has a PhD in clinical psychology. I think she has a PhD in being a weirdo. Yeah, And while this gives her a clear view of behaviors of teenagers today, that didn't stop her from feeling somewhat stunned when her daughter told her she was masturbating. So her daughter, this is how she got into the giving vibrators games, right?
Yeah.
Her daughter told her she was masturbating, which seems unlikely. It seems probably more likely that she told her mom after a lot of prying, and she knows her mom's like a
her mom's her mom's like trying to get material for her TED talk. So her mom's like, hey, so have you been like masturbating or anything? You're at that age. And then she's like, ew, mom, I don't want to talk about it. Then she goes, come on. I'm like, I don't have anything. This thing's next week. Yeah. It's like, I have nothing, okay? It's like, you want to eat? You like going to summer camp? Because that's what pays. These TEDx pays for this shit. Yeah. Now grab this Hitachi wand and get to work.
Yeah. And then she says, the reason why she was surprised, not because of the act of masturbating was a surprise, but because her daughter explained how she was masturbating. And Dr. Robin immediately knew she was doing it wrong in a way that would harm her body. So she's saying, like, if you don't give your daughters these vibrators, and you're gonna walk in the room and they're just punching their
where she like she had like a belt sander she was like using from the dad's tool shed.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, like how's it?
She's walking in, she's got a baseball bat fucking cued right
like
up.
Literally sparks are flying, just like she's got a welder's mask on. She's like, yeah, that's not how you do it.
Yeah. I walk in, she's got a fucking, aluminum bat up her ass, and I go, all right, we're gonna have to make some changes around here. What could that possibly be that she goes, hurt herself? In what world? What?
Vacuum?
She fisting?
Yeah, maybe she's vacuuming. She's using like a vacuum or something.
That's some dude shit.
But that's what I'm saying. But she's using it as a chick. She's gonna suck her insides out. I don't know.
That's maybe what it was.
What are you? Where's the Dyson?
She goes, no. We're gonna learn about abortions next week. So yeah, she's punching it. This is how I learned that she was masturbating in a way that was not safe for her body. I decided to buy her a vibrator. Oh yeah, I guess she's walking in. She's got like fucking a 2L bottle of fucking diet soda with the lid off. She's just pumping it up there. Like, doesn't make any sense, right? No. Some people have shared that they've actually used my TEDx talk to start that conversation with their kids. So they're making their kids sit down. It's like, all right, movie night with the family. What are we watching? This 10-minute TEDx talk about how you need to give your daughter a vibrator. And then at the end of the thing, she goes, look under your seat. Open that box and put that in your box.
Do you maybe think any moms like read this and they go, you know what, I'm going to buy my kid vibrating underwear? And then they have the room.
Oh, that's great.
You go, if you're good, I'll crank it up.
Eat your beans.
People are mental.
Eat your green beans. There you go.
So fucked up. People are literally insane.
The kid's bugging her too much. Mom, I need money for...
It's like the new pacifier. It's a pacifier for a teenager.
What is this? A B+? You only ate half your dinner, so... And then if they're bad, they really crank it. Mom! Well, maybe someone.
Kid, you earned it.
Yeah, or if she's good, one of the two. Putting on the TEDx talk. The other creepy moms that are fucking,
they're just all these Mamma Mia chicks are.
Their brains are fried. You can convince moms to do anything. I mean, there's no way you could sell this stuff on dads, but it's like moms, they're more likely to be, feminine people are more likely to be part of a cult. That's just, not even good or bad. It just is kind of the situation where you can basically, convince these women. I'm sure that like it's probably not that hard in certain societies, like over the and thousands of years ago. The same way to convince people that like they need to sacrifice their kids for the Lord or whatever. Like you can get people's heads just so
they go,
wrapped
hey, it
up in this nonsense.
Hasn't rained in 6 weeks. Who wants to give up their kid?
Sure.
And, like everybody's like, oh, me.
Yeah, please.
Like, I'd love to. Yeah,
I'd love to. I'm gonna put him in heaven for the rest of eternity, and we probably get a special spot.
Well, and then we get to eat.
Yeah, so I think that's the same thing. These moms, you go, this is how you do it. You got to do this, and they go, oh my god, I didn't even think about giving them a friggin' Hitachi wand.
It's mental. Yeah,
so he goes, one woman I know watched it with their girls, and one of her daughters says, I really like that talk, but don't get me a vibrator for Christmas. That becomes a great opportunity to then follow up as a parent and say, okay, how about your birthday? So I'm not really sure that. Yeah, you go. She goes, her daughter was like, please don't get me one. And she goes, what about for your birthday? It's like, I don't know why that would be different.
You know what sucks too is because it's like, it's not even like, hey, my mom got me a vibrator for my birthday and this can be private where none of my friends find out. Like, this is on YouTube as a TED Talk.
And then on top of that, she said that she brought it up in front of her daughter and her friends.
That's what I'm saying. But like, imagine like the guys, like the boys in her high school who now know that like, oh, there's fucking, what's her face? Who's just like, all she does is masturbate with her vibrator.
She'd get killed at my school.
She's getting killed. She would get killed at any school.
Totally.
Like, she's 13 and like she's publicly using like her mom.
Any positive thing that this mom thinks she's doing is 100% outweighed by the hell that you're making her daughter's life.
Insane. Like, unless you're like, oh yeah, I mean, yeah, thanks for the vibrator, but I have to be homeschooled now.
Yeah. But the idea that this is a double standard, like, it'd be worse if your dad, you imagine if one of my buddies, we went to his house and then showed up and the dad goes, I'm going to put on something. And it's like, why you need to teach your son how to spank it. And any of my friends were there, I'd be like, I'd probably kill myself.
Yeah,
like I'd be like, we're moving.
And the mom is probably one of those like super cooked moms where she goes like, well, you know what? If those kids are gonna bully you, then they're not really your friends. And you're like, yeah, they're not my friends. They're my bullies, and they're making my life hell because of your fucking videos that have like 8,000 views. You go, yeah, they're not my friends.
That is correct.
And any chance of them ever being my friends is long gone. Now they're just firmly cemented as my bullies in the hierarchy.
Except for the odd girl. It's like, can I have a little taste of that vibey? I'm not done.
Pass the good shit.
I'm not finished. It's getting the kid the fucking vibrating fleshlight or auto blow. You're coming into school, like, why are you wearing these big track pants? It looks like you're wearing a diaper. You go, you're wearing a diaper. Also, and it never stops there. It's like, and also I had to show my male son, just in case he's gay, that ass play is not a problem. So he's just, what it is? Danny.
Son, this is what rimming is.
But it's like the kids can't stop. She has like 5 kids and they're sitting in a funeral. The whole bench is just like, it's 5. Her and her family are just in the bench at the back of the church at church, and it's like the guy's trying to give a speech, being like, John was such a nice guy, like we lost him. It's like, what's that noise? Did you see this one family?
He can't stop.
And then the mom is just looking at him like, it's natural.
Yeah, it's like, again, she's just so like, she doesn't remember what it was like to be a teenager. You get so far removed where then you're just gonna like fuck your kids over for this like tiny bit of fame.
There's nothing funnier than just having an ad at whatever they're doing. There's like the kids being like, oh, look at this, it's masturbator, and she's like, you're a masturbator.
And the odds of this kid growing up like with some weird sexual thing is like, this is now like Polly or whatever. Like,
no, Polly. This is the girl that goes home with you and demands to be punched.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does all sorts of weird stuff. This is the type of girl, you go home with and you just go, calm down.
Yeah.
You need to...
For sure, for chill.
Can you take it easy for a fucking second with all this stuff you're doing?
She goes, I've been using a fucking wand since I was 13.
Okay? Exactly, right? I was born in the streets.
Just like this girl becomes a stripper the day she turns 18, kind of thing.
Immediately, yeah. And when the mom loves it.
Yeah, the mom loves it. She goes, it's so fucking empowering. I'm so proud of you.
She told us that the women stop her in the street to share their own vibrator experiences. So this is the TED Talk woman. Says she's like, I'm a local celebrity for my vibrator TED Talk. And then women are coming up to her in the streets being like, I love the talk.
I love the TED Talk.
Are you? Oh my God.
So fuck.
Can I get an autograph? And she goes, nice to meet you.
Yeah, all the autographs are just like,
they're nonstop.
Hers too. They're all just like, just totally just like, looks like she signed it during an earthquake. It's just like,
I can't stop. Oh my God, that's a vibrator girl. I also use a vibrator.
Will you sign my vibrator?
And there was a dad who stopped her as she was coming off stage at the TED Talk to tell her he was glad that his 3 sons were there to hear the talk. I mean, that guy's trying to smash you.
Yeah.
That guy's a bit, That is
I hope he was a dog. He goes, boys, I'm going to show you my own TED Talk. Watch how it's done. Watch how your dad does it. He goes, that was a great chat. So what are you doing later?
Yeah, he's winking at his son.
He totally goes. Gets the numbers.
He's giving his son his own TED Talk about how to find the freakiest bitches.
He's like just like pickup artist with 3 kids.
He goes, son, I'm going to show you something. He puts on his hat.
Gets his best feather out.
Oh, boop. He goes, son, pass my deck of cards. Pass my deck of cards.
There's actually, you know what I found out?
He goes, loved the TED Talk. Some might have said it was ace.
There's actually a comedian we know, by the way, that I just found this out last night that we know. I'm not going to name him, but he listens to this podcast, and he's actually apparently an amazing pickup artist.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a pretty good pickup artist.
No, but he's like, he like does
do any of those guys.
No,
he like on that show.
He's like apparently someone was saying like he's like really good. Like where he's like, I don't think they were saying.
I feel like I could go toe to toe with this guy.
But he's like, no, but he's like wants to be.
He doesn't
like
know my old tricks of telling people. We used to tell people that we were all firefighters from none of it. That was my. Most of my techniques are joking around till they're just like, if you stop this bit, I'll have sex with you.
Yeah. No, he doesn't wear them down. He legit.
If you stop this, I'll have sex with you. Me and
just do this.
Dude,
yeah, you just wear them down.
When me and Waldo used to, probably my favorite one was our buddy Jesse. And then we had a whole bit where for like a while we were telling anytime the bit was we had to tell girls that we would tell girls we were him. So we were Jesse from this band, and we'd always say we were him. And then eventually it got to the point where he's like, yo, I'm dating a girl. Like, you can't keep saying you're me having sex with girls. Or funny would be telling people, we always pick a random band and be like, eventually, usually, like, tell the girl it was fake, but telling the girl, like, we always go, we were the backup bass player from, like, some, like, crappy band, you know what I mean? Like, be like, yeah, I was, like, I was the second backup bass player from Maroon 5. And then,
second backup.
Probably my favorite bit that we used to do was, like, bar bits was, Chris would stand there holding his drink, like at a bar, pretend he was like kind of rocking out to the music, and then, or we'd flip, and I'd come out behind him, and then I'd pretend to put something in his drink, and then like make eye contact with the girls and be like, shh, like don't tell, and then I'd go back, and then I'd come, and then he would kind of start to act a little weird, and then I'd come back like 3 minutes later, I go, hi, I'm Ryan, nice to and then he would start falling down, I'd put my arm around him kind of thing, and then I'd walk him like towards the bar. Never once did a girl stop it, but the girls are just watching me like,
roofie your buddy. But so, they think it's a stranger.
The funniest part, but the funniest part was like, looking at me afterwards, and I'm doing this, and he goes, hi, I'm Chris, and I go, oh, nice to meet you.
Now that the Jeffrey Dahmer thing's out, maybe they would.
Sure, but that's what I'm saying. Girls will be like, I think most guys, if you saw something like that, you'd be like, hey, you'd go over and be like, just so you know, like, don't drink that.
Yeah,
like, I don't know what just happened, but like that guy, not a single girl ever came up and said like, not by the way, someone put them in.
Not cool.
They just watched the whole thing go down. Yeah. Would you ever like watch a girl at a bar, like a dude comes and puts something in her drink and then comes and starts like, would you ever let that happen?
Fuck no.
Of course not, right?
Even like how overtly a guy just like put something in her, no, hell no.
By the way, this one, that was one of those bits you go, okay, and then I guess we don't really get any girls at the end of this bit.
No, that's just for
us.
You. Yeah, that's for you.
That's me like going on a pickup artist show, doing a bit like that, and they're just like, you didn't even talk to the girls, and I'm like, pretty sick though, right?
Pretty funny though. They goes, yeah, but you didn't film it either. It's like, well, you didn't even film it. It's just for you.
I had a lot of bits like that where they were exclusively for us, and you go, did you pick up the girl after? Didn't even talk to them.
Yeah, I didn't even talk to them.
Didn't even
try.
try.
I had a great night.
Yeah, great night though. But telling people at a bar, sometimes he wasn't even like to the thing, but telling people you're the guy, our friend Jesse was like, nothing made me laugh more. Oh, shit. Okay. And then she says, but the best response of all has been from her own daughters. They regularly tell me of how proud they are of my talk. I'm so proud of you. Oh. Not something that would be easy for teenage girls. So these girls must have to go to like some weird private school where people are all like this, I guess. But I think that this is probably mostly just like a lie. It's probably more likely.
Yeah, just fucking your kid over.